Professor Dr. Neelam Sharma, all the edutees, our distinguished speaker, Professor Himadri Nath Saha, my faculty colleagues, and all the participants. The topic for today's webinar is Understanding the Dark Web and How It Factors into Cybersecurity. The dark web refers to encrypted online content that is not indexed by conventional search engines. These contents are thus obviously inaccessible by normal search browsers such as Google. Accessing the dark web requires us to use an anonymizing browser called the Tor that routes our requests in a way that renders the IP addresses unidentifiable and untraceable. Dark web provides extreme privacy and protection, but it facilitates cyber criminals to do illicit businesses such as drug trafficking and child pornography. The dark web uses cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, which allow people to buy or sell without knowing each other's identity. Silk Road and Alphabet were popular sites on the dark web, which have now been shut down for their illegal activities. Today's webinar by our extremely distinguished speaker is going to help us dive into the world of dark web and make us aware of the threat it poses to cybersecurity and how to stay safe and alert. MAIT has always aspired to bring to the front the core issues of technology which directly affect the society. IT department works in sync with that policy. Respected Professor Dr. Neelam Sharma with us today. I would now like to welcome her to address the participants.
A very good evening to one and all. The message of understanding the dark web is that we have to be very safe and very alert while we are using the technology. We have to be very, very safe, very, very alert each and every time. हमें limited use करना है technology का और जहाँ जरूरत है वहाँ use करना है. खिलवाड़ के लिए हमें technology को use नहीं करना है. We have to use it in a respectable and in a secure and in a safe manner. So this is my message. Rest. Dr. Saha is going to give us a detailed talk about it. Very apt topic. And definitely it is going to open up the minds of many. So thank you, Dr. M.L. Sharma and his team for organizing this webinar. Definitely it is going to enhance the knowledge of most of us. And we are going to gain about the dark web. So all of you welcome and thank you for the organizing the webinar. Thank you once again to Dr. Saha for joining us from Calcutta, sparing his time and for educating our faculty, our students about the dark web technologies. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. You've always encouraged us and thank you for providing us with an opportunity to learn about these new technologies and keeping us abreast with the latest developments in the tech world. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to introduce our honorable speaker for the evening, Dr. Himadri Nath Saha. Professor Himadri Nath Saha is a professor and head of department at the Department of Computer Science, SNEC Calcutta University. He is also a senior member of IEEE, member of ACM, fellow of IIE and IETE. He has been honored with numerous awards like Best Research Contribution Award from the Institute of Engineering and Management, Best Paper Award at IEEE IMCON, Gold Faculty Award from Infosys Technology Limited, Best Faculty Award from Institute of Engineering and Management. He has filed 8 patents till date and has authored numerous books and chapters. He is an accomplished speaker and has been invited at a number of universities like the University of Connecticut, USA, Dual Hochschule Baden-Württemberg, Heidenheim, Germany, and Technische University Ilmenau, Germany. His research interests include machine learning, IoT, robotics, UAV, wireless communication, mobile ad hoc networks, network security, cryptography, and algorithms. He has several publications in many international journals and conferences with numerous citations. Over to you, sir.
Yes, before I start the session, I would like to thank Director Ma'am and all HODs and all the faculty members for inviting me for this particular session. So why I have chosen this topic? Because as you know, this is a very contemporary topic because nowadays lot of malpractices are going on through this dark web, and that is why I have chosen because people should know these things. This is a basically awareness session, right? So just to know about the dark web and how you can protect yourself from the dark web or malpractices. So let's start with that. Already I told you why I have chosen this particular topic because this is very contemporary because nowadays a lot of malpractices going on through this dark web. So that is why I have chosen this topic, and I'll show you how it factors into the cyber security. Okay. So before I start, I'll just tell you the today's agenda. The first is introduction to cyber security, introduction to dark web, introduction to Tor network and onion routing, the live demonstration of onion routing and Tor browser, introduction to I2P network and garlic routing, live demonstration of garlic routing in I2P network, how to prevent illegal activities in dark web. And lastly, I'll tell you the future research direction. If you want to do the research on this particular area, what are the areas where you can do the research. That is the today's agenda. So now, before I start, I just now I'm just play one particular video. This is the awareness video on cyber security. Just see, then I'll ask you some question. Then I'll just go forward one after another.
Hey, sir.
Hi, Nata. Please sit.
Yes, thanks. So I saw your ad in the Times of India. So is it still open?
Yeah,
The
it's still
sound is
open.
clear.
What business do you want to serve?
So I have done my ITI from a remote
Yes,
village
sir.
nearby
Shobha sir.
Nagpur.
Sound
It's audible.
Yes,
okay.
sir, it's
Quite
clear.
audible.
Nata, as you know, I'm planning to give the shop on rent. The rent is around 10,000.
Okay.
So would you be able to pay?
Yes, I will be able to pay the rent as
Okay.
well as deposit.
Okay. So how would you pay the money? By cash?
If you don't mind, I have the online account, so I can transfer online.
Oh,
Also.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 8. Good morning, Raj. It's 8. Time to get ready for the gym. आजकल लोग जिम में साइकिल चलाने कार से जाते हैं. Hello, Raj. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Please get the Xerox.
Okay, I will.
Okay, bye.
Bye. भाई पैन कार्ड और ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस की कॉपी निकालना एक मिनट आ इसका सर
Okay, brilliant.
जब वेंकट एक कदम आगे बढ़ता है
अब हिमाचल
तो लक्ष्मी लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस का सोचती है अहमद गियर बदलता है
कपूर साहब आदाब ऑर्डर डबल कर दीजिए वैसे भेज रहा हूँ मैं आपको
और कपूर साहब का बिजनेस स्पीड पकड़ता है मेरा काम अभी बहुत बढ़ गया है यू कैन जॉइन फ्रॉम टुमारो
थैंक यू सर थैंक यू सो मच
प्रीति अपनी पहली मंजिल तक पहुंचती है
Priyanka, the internet is down.
Oh, so it's more painful than breaking up with girlfriend.
Oh, really? Hello. May I speak to Praveen?
Yes.
Hey Praveen, Raj this side.
Hey, hi Raj.
I'm calling from Glorious Society and I got your number from one of my neighbors.
Okay.
Actually, the internet at my home is down. So can you please come and check?
Okay, I will check and update you soon.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Praveen.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Soumya from Alliance Broadband.
Hey, hi, this is Raj and I'm calling from Glorious Society.
Yes, how may I help you?
My internet is not working. Can you please check?
Sir, we have some maintenance work going on and your internet will be restored at 3 p.m.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Alright, thanks for calling Alliance Broadband. Have a good day.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, this is Praveen from Alliance Broadband.
Hi Praveen.
Hey, hi, can I visit your home at 3 p.m.?
Sure, sure. I'll wait for you.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, hi, this is Praveen from Alliance Broadband.
Hi Praveen.
Yeah. I would like to check your modem.
Yeah, sure, sure. Just come. There it is.
I would like to check your laptop if you don't mind.
Sure, I'll just get it.
Yeah.
Tommy, go inside.
Hey, Raj. I have done the configuration. Now the internet is working fine.
Yes.
You can check. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Thanks.
Oops, the power is cut.
Hello Priyanka,
Maharaj,
for how much did you shop today?
I shop for 55,222.
It looks like our account balance is almost zero.
Oh,
Let
how
me
it is
check.
possible?
Let me check what happened.
Okay, okay.
बताइए क्या हुआ?
सर मेरे बैंक अकाउंट से कुछ तो बैलेंस कट हो गया लगातार विड्रॉल हो रहा है मैंने कुछ किया नहीं ये सारा अकाउंट में से विड्रॉल ये पूरा डिटेल्स इसमें दिया गया पूरा पूरा डिस्क्लोज किया गया और मुझे पता भी नहीं आइडिया भी नहीं क्यों हमारे साथ लगातार विड्रॉल हुआ है पूरा डिटेल्स
Let's now join the different pieces together to understand the interconnected events. Let's learn how the cybercrime was committed and what Raj and Priyanka could have done to prevent it. Like most of us, Raj and Priyanka do several transactions online and they shop online too. At the Xerox shop, another customer was quick enough to take a mental snapshot of everything on Raj's PAN card. He was a hacker. Human factor is the most important aspect of cybersecurity. When the internet goes down, Raj gets Praveen's number from his WhatsApp group, which consists of several members. Raj does not know if Praveen is really the guy who represents Alliance Broadband. Praveen, who is a hacker, calls the broadband office to know when the internet is going to be restored. They give him information without checking Praveen's identity. Praveen gets access to laptop. Raj does not bother to see what Praveen is doing. Raj has his ITR1 form stored on the desktop, from where Praveen gets the PDF file tax return. Unfortunate that the password for IT return in India is similar for each citizen, and that is your PAN number followed by date of birth. So anyone with that info can open that file. Hackers are interconnected. In the real world of hackers, single information such as credit card number, PAN details, etc. is sold for approximately $4 amongst themselves. Of course, they need several details to break into someone's online banking. Praveen comes to know that Raj has great yearly earnings. Raj is an attractive target to hackers. Now, the hackers start planning something to get Raj's banking details. With ITR1, Praveen then gets access to numerous information about Raj, such as his earnings for the last year, all of his saving account numbers, and bank names. Praveen is a programmer. He uses his skills for developing an Android app that can switch on and off the flash of mobile phone. This Android app should just access one hardware from your phone, which is the flash. But Praveen designed this app to read all the text messages, call history, contacts, location, and much more besides accessing flash. Attracted by the gift voucher, Priyanka installs the app and she also uses it whenever she needs a flashlight. The app gets access to all her text messages, so each text message between Raj and his wife is transmitted to hackers. This includes banking user ID and password. Two vital pieces of information that the hackers now want is Priyanka's birth city and their dog's name. Priyanka's Facebook profile is public, so the hacker easily gets to know her birthplace from her account. Raj never mentions the bank name where he has an account. However, with Raj's IT return, Praveen narrows down to just 3 options. Raj does not message the exact ID and password. However, Praveen already knows that the dog's name is Tommy, so the password is now available to Praveen. The one-time password for banking transactions is also read and transmitted by the flashlight app. The money is now withdrawn and the hackers enjoy their evening. Never keep passwords which are too obvious. Practice good password management. Don't ever share your password with others or write it down. Never leave your devices unattended. If you need to leave your computer, phone, or tablet for any length of time, no matter how short, lock it up so that no one can use it while you're gone. Always be careful when clicking on links, an attachment in an email, or your phone. Watch what you are sharing on social network. Criminals can gain access to a shocking amount of information, like where you work, when you are on vacation, your family details, etc.
Okay, I think you have seen this one, the video. This is the awareness video about the cyber security. So, what did you understand from the video? The first one is the carelessness, or we are very casual. That is why everything is stolen, right? So, apart from that, what did you understand from the video? The first one is that what do you mean by the word cyber? What are the security vulnerabilities in the world of cyber? And why do you even need cyber security? There are 3 things, right? I'll tell you one by one. What is cyber security? What is the word, the meaning of the word called the cyber? It is a combining form of computational technology relating to information technology, the internet, and the virtual reality. I'll repeat once more. It is a combining form of computation technology relating to information technology, the internet, and the virtual reality. That is called the cyber. So now the next one is that the next answer, the first question answer. What do you mean by the word cyber? The next one, the security vulnerabilities in the world of cyber. Generally or broadly, you can say there are 3 types of vulnerabilities. One is the website vulnerability, that means when you hack in your website, right? Number 2 is the network vulnerabilities, and number 3 is the system vulnerability. Network vulnerability means we jam some network or hack some network or IP address, whatever. And the system vulnerabilities means that means you are hacking your system, right? So if we divide the entire vulnerability, there are three types. One is called the website vulnerabilities, number two is the network vulnerabilities, and number three is the system vulnerabilities, right? I can give some example from the video. That's data theft. We have already seen the password, the bank details, right? Then tracking, password cracking, hacking, etc., etc. These are the example of all these types of vulnerabilities, right? So the next one is that need of cybersecurity. Why should I need the cybersecurity? The most important is that to protect your data, your intellectual property, right? So that actually the cyber security helps to protect your data from the theft or threat, whatever you can say, or protect your intellectual property from the threat or from the theft. So that is the three things we actually understood from the video, right? So now we come to what is cyber security. The cyber security refers to the set of technology, because so whenever we are imposing some of the security on a particular system or the network or some website, is basically you have to implement some technologies, some processes, some practices designed to protect your network, your devices, means your computer, your laptop, whatever, right? And the program and the data from the attacks or damages or the unauthorized access. The cyber security can be termed as the information technology security, as you know, and that is why nowadays cyber security is most important, because people should know the basic cyber security by which they can protect their own information, their own personal information, like the ATM pin, like the banking password, usernames, and many other things, right? Okay. So now, to know about the cyber security, you have to know three things. The first one is the privacy, right? The first one is the privacy, and the number two is called the dark web, and number three is called the cyber terrorism. I'll repeat once more. If you want to know cyber security very well, you have to understand privacy, the number two is the dark web, and number three is the cyber terrorism. So today's main focus is basically the dark web. Now there are two terms, security and privacy. So what is the difference between these two terms? We are a little bit confused about that. Sometimes I am telling privacy, sometimes I am telling the security. What is that? When we are talking about the security, that means we are safeguarding the data. I repeat once more, when we are talking about the security, we are actually safeguarding the data, and whenever we are talking about the privacy, we are actually safeguarding the user identity. I repeat once more, so when we are talking about the security, we are actually safeguarding the data, and whenever we are talking about the privacy, we are actually safeguarding the user identity. But that is the overlap. That means some common things are available in both the security and the privacy. What are the common things? One is the accuracy and integrity, number two is the accountability, and the access availabilities. These three things are common, and apart from that, these are the difference. One is safeguarding the data is security, and another one is safeguarding the user identity, that is privacy. So now privacy in digital communications, we can maintain privacy for a particular device, that's your laptop, your tablet, your mobile, right? You can give username, password, whatever. This is person specific, that means it may be your identity, your username, password for some bank or whatever, right? And the server specific, that means your server. When you log into your server, so you are giving username, password like this. This is the server specific. The privacy may be the device specific, that is your device, maybe laptop, tablet, mobile, whatever. Person specific means your personal details like your username, your banking ATM pin, right, or a credit card pin, whatever, this person specific. Another is the server where we are logging, right? So that is basically the server specific. There are three types of privacy we can achieve in digital communication. So now I'll come to the main thing, that is the dark wave. I think you can see my presentations, and you can see also one iceberg, right? And this is the water level over here in iceberg. So above the water level, you can see some part of the ice berg, right? The upper part of the iceberg above the water level, right? But this is a very small portion of the iceberg, and that is basically the surface wave. We can think means the wave which can be accessed by a normal search engines like Google, like Yahoo, like Bing, all these things. These are called the surface wave. Wikipedia, Amazon, eBay, whatever. That means which are indexed in Google, which are indexed in all search engine. The normal search engine I am talking about, they are called the surface wave. They are called the surface wave above this one. Okay, but the rest of the part, right, is called deep wave and the dark wave, right? So what are the things? So I'll tell you one by one. So now we can see under the water, if you can think, the 4% is surface wave, 4%, the total wave, if the total wave is 100%, the 4% is surface wave, and 96% of the total wave is either deep wave or the dark wave. So among 96%, as 90% is all about the deep wave and 6% is all about the dark wave. We are mainly bothered about the dark wave. So I'll tell you what is deep wave. Deep wave means, suppose, right? So the PayPal, the Bank of America, HSBC, Dropbox, right? They have a lot of secure information, that means user information, customer information, right? So this should be private. So this is also available of their web portal, but it's not accessible to you, right? They are not indexed, right? So I'll tell you this thing. The deep web means, right, protected by authentication layer or paywall. That means you have to give username, password. If you are using deep web, that means you have to give username, password to authenticate you, and then you can enter, because all are sensitive data, like financial data, like banking data, like political data, right, like defense data. This all are basically in the web, but we cannot access it because they are not indexed at all. Means what is the characteristic of the deep web? The first one is the protected by authentication layer or paywall. Number 2 is not linked to any other pages. Obviously, it is not indexed or not connected to any page, whatever available in the web, and not referenced by search engine. Means it's not indexed. It is not indexed. These are the three characteristics of the deep web, and that is why deep web is not accessible by others. Only legitimate user can access deep web, right? I'll tell you once more. Only legitimate user can access the deep web, not the normal users, right? The example of the deep web are basically the financial data, maybe the customer data of a particular bank, maybe the defense data, all the defense policies and all, maybe the legal data, right? So all are basically on the web, but we cannot access it because these are very confidential and we are very sensitive. Now I come to the characteristics. Means it is anonymous. Dark web means is basically a deep web, but it is used for illegal activities, mainly the illegal activities, and this is anonymous. No one can find the identity of user as well as the user and the server, or client or server, or the sender and receiver. That is why no one can understand. If you are doing some illegal activities in the dark web, no one can understand or can find the user identity, right? That is basically, that is why it's called anonymous. Number two is that you can access all the dark web, that is the web pages, right, by using a one browser. The special software is called Tor. The special software is called Tor, right? And already I told you, associated with illegal activities, associated with illegal activities. I already, that means it is anonymous. No one can identify the particular user who is using the dark web, and or if you want to access dark web, then you have to use a special software called the Tor. And the number three is called the associated with the illegal activities. Illegal activities means it may be drugs, smuggling, illegal passport. I'll show you some of the part, right, or many other illegal activities. The username, passwords, right? Okay, these are the things, right? So what can be found on the dark web? Already I told you, illegal content, right? So Silk Road means is a marketplace. Now it is called the dream market, right? So where we can find the drugs, we can find the guns and all these things. Then cyber crimes services like illegal passport, I already told you, right? And another thing is that all the transaction going on the dark web is basically done through the cryptocurrency is called Bitcoin. The cryptocurrency is called Bitcoin. Okay, so I'll show you all these things live. Just before that, I am telling you that what actually happens on the dark web. So I think this particular site is common, very common to you. The Hitman Slayer Hitman, because if you want to I mean murder someone, right? Okay, so you can even see the some live murder video. Just log into this particular one, but I don't encourage you to just log in over there because they are very risky sites, right? So you can see the live murder video, right? So okay, this is the main, the hitman. Okay, so this is the main thing. This is also a dark web and illegal. Okay, I think you have seen this kind of messages in the Facebook or your SMS or WhatsApp, like that. You have if you have a less followers, right, less likes, if you pay something, we will increase the followers and the likes and all these things, right? Very risky. Do not I mean fall into this particular things. Okay, another one. So the rupee and the dollar, right? The very risky kind of things, right? If you just allow these things, then what will happen? Your entire money from your account will be debited in a particular moment. Okay. Legal dark web services. First one is the journalism, because that is I think we have heard the term called WikiLeak, right? So where from journalists gets the some informations which is basically not publicly available. The legal markets, the medicine markets are available in the dark web. You can also buy the medicine, but it is very risky not to buy it. The Facebook are legal. I'll show you why Facebook are legal in the dark web and how to access the Facebook in dark web by Tor browser. Then the repressed minorities is a kind of other way to legal all these kind of things. Okay, so now I'll tell you the most important thing that is called onion routing, and I'll also tell you what is Tor and what is Tor browser and what is onion routing, and then I'll show you one by one the demonstrations by which you can understand how to protect yourself from all this illegal activity. What is Tor basically? The Tor, the TOR, the full form of Tor is basically the onion routing, or someone saying that the onion router. Okay, so why is called onion, I am telling you later, but this is the initiative of US Naval Research Laboratory in 1990. They have actually initiated this project, And why they initiated the project? To just communicate the messages between this all the naval militaries securely, right? On technology developed by US Naval Research Laboratory in 1990, designed to protect US intelligence communications online. The TOR project launched in 2002, as you know, first public release 2004, and TOR projects incorporation launched 2006, which is a non-profit organizations. It's basically the initiative of US government or US Naval Research Laboratory. This is the Tor network. The Tor means, already I told you, the onion router, the full form of Tor is the onion router, is an open source privacy network that permits user to communicate, right, and anonymously. Anonymously means what? That no one can understand your identity. No one can understand your identity. I'll repeat once more. What is a Tor network? The Tor, the short form of this is the Tor is a short form. The full form is the onion router. Is a basically open source privacy network that permits user to communicate anonymously. You can browse anonymously, you can transmit data anonymously, or you can communicate or chat anonymously like this. But just I've given one picture over here. You can see, I'll explain this thing in detail after that, but just I'm going through this network, but and you have to understand the some of the terminology from here. You can see there are 3 nodes available. This is the all the nodes are available. This is the free network, right? Open source free network. So those are giving their own computer or less router, whatever you can say, they are actually giving voluntarily. No one is charging, right? And there are 3 nodes in the Tor network. One is called the guard node, other is called the middle node, other is called the exit node. This is client and this is the destination. And you can see one directory server here. So that contains all the public node, public load or relay. These nodes are called the relay or called the public node or the Tor router, whatever you can say, right? So all the public relay or nodes informations are available in the directory. There are 10 directory server throughout the world, right? So they actually contains all the router informations. Router information means the router IP address, router public key, and all these things. And these are available in a particular file is called consensus. Just see, this one is written over there. The directory server contains a consensus. I will show you live consensus after that, where you can get all the public node informations which are public. But if it is a network communication, node, one is called the node, other is called the middle node or middle relay, or last one is called the exit node. I will tell you in detail, just a minute. Just please remember all these things. So one is the directory server, and directory server contains a one file is called consensus, where we have all this information of all these public node which are available in the Tor. Okay, I'll tell you how you can selecting the node and like this. You may be the one of the volunteer, but you have to configure the Tor accordingly. Just I'll tell you later how to configure. So next is the what is a Tor browser? The Tor browser is basically a web browser like Mozilla or Firefox or Google Chrome and Edge and whatever, right? The Tor browser is a web browser that anonymize your web traffic using the Tor network. That means because this Mozilla and all this browser, the Google Chrome, they cannot give you the anonymization. That means your identity will be exposed because they are using a mechanism is called DNS mapping, DNS, domain name server mechanism, where your let's say x.google, yahoo.com or google.com can be converted into the corresponding IP address. That is the functionality of DNS, by which the client can be identified, where from the request is coming, where to go. So that is the DNS mapping. As you know, I think you know that they are using the DNS, DNS server or DNS mapping, by which you can understand that who is giving the request and where it will go and when we are welcome. This is called a DNS server, .com, .edu, all these things. But in the this is this kind of server like Google Chrome, the Mozilla, they are not giving the anonymizing facility, okay, but Tor gives. Okay, the Tor browser is a web browser that anonymizes your web traffic using the Tor network, making it easy to protect your identity online. So I'll tell you how Tor protecting your identity. Just a minute, I'll come one after another. I'll tell you how it's possible. It's called onion routing, or what is called onion router. I can see, I think you can see the picture of onion. There is a cross sectional view. So where we have lot of, I mean, layers, right? Lot of layers. So now in this particular Tor network also, this is the message of Tor network is encrypted by 3 keys: session key 3, session key 2, and session key 1. It's like it's analogous to this onion, and that is why it's called that onion routing or layered routing, right? Onion routing is a technique for anonymous communication over a computer network or Tor network. In this one, message is encapsulated in layers of encryptions. Already I told you, analogous to layers of onion. So what about this key, session key 3, session key 2, and session key 1? So I'll tell you. So already I told you, when we are sending a message from client to destination, there are 3 nodes in between the path, right? So they are using 3 node key. The session key means the session key between exit node and client. Session key 2 means a session key between middle node and client, and session key 1 means the session key between guard node and client. So that this is encrypted in 3 layer, and then it will send to the destination. And when the message will go from client to guard node will decrypt by own session key, then it will go to middle node will decrypt by own session key, and then exit node will decrypt by own session key, and then it will go to destination. That is the basic mechanism. That is the basic mechanism. I think routing is called onion because it's a onion having the layer of all this. I think you can see the onion having multiple layers, right? If you can see the cross sectional view of onion. So here also the message is encrypted by session key 3, session key 2, and session key 1. There's a different layers, right? Encryption layers. The session key 3 means the session key between the exit node and the client, session key between the middle node and the client, and the session key between guard node and the clients. These are 3 keys are available, right? Okay, that is why it's called onion routing. So how much anonymity does Tor provide? Tor can provide 2 level of anonymity. So already I told you the one type of mechanism that's for browsing normal websites like google.com, yahoo.com, or x.com, whatever, right? So Tor, the first one is that surface web. We can access 2 types of web from by using the Tor network or Tor browser. One is called the surface web, like standard Google, Yahoo, Bing, or let's say facebook.com or whatever, right? By the surface web. And but the thing is the Tor network provides an anonymous access through the Tor network. Just wait, I'll tell you how it is anonymous. The Tor network exit node connects to the web browser. The last node I told you, the exit node will connect to the destination, that is the web server. Okay, anonymous access to hidden services. Hidden service means the Tor can access the hidden service. Hidden service means it is not .com or .edu or .in. Hidden service means if the website having extension or domain like .onion, that is called onion hidden service. That means all the dark web means they are actually onion website. All the dark webs means what is basically the onion service. Okay, so I'll show you. The Tor network provides complete end-to-end anonymity. There is hidden service. No one can identify your identity, right? Because when we are accessing the normal surface web, the exit node is open, right? After decryption of exit node, the message is open, right? So you can attack exit node or in between communication between exit node and the destination. So in the Tor network, I mean for the hidden service, the Tor network provides complete end-to-end anonymity. So I'll show you how we can provide end-to-end anonymity. Hides the identity of the both and server and client. Okay, that is another advantage of hidden service. That is why people are accessing hidden service. And Facebook is legal over there. Facebook is legal in hidden service. I'll tell you what is the Facebook legal website for hidden service. So now I'll tell you the exact detail of the particular Tor network. So what happened and how this thing is happening in the Tor network for browsing the normal website, that means the surface web. When you are browsing the surface web, that also gives you the anonymity, but there is some problem in the, I'll tell you what is the problem, but the thing is that when you have a using hidden service, no one will identify, right? So let's when we are accessing the normal web or surface web by using Tor network, what happened? Suppose this is a client, maybe client may be a Alice, right? Want to connect to the destination. Destination may be the any website, maybe the facebook.com or it may be a google.com, whatever, right? The client is opening the Tor browser, right? The client is asking directory servers to know about all public node address, and the public key also, I'll repeat once more. When client wants to connect to the destination may be facebook.com, google.com, yahoo.com, or maybe other website, university website, whatever. Then what client will do? The client will give a request to the directory server. I already told you there are 10 directory servers throughout the world, and know about the all the IP address of public relay or Tor node or Tor router. So I told you these informations are available in a file is called consensus. Where all the public keys and the IP address of the public nodes or Tor router are available. So then the directory server will give the information about all these things to the client. Then what client will do? Client will establish the 3 keys. Already I told you, session key between guard node and client and middle node, and client and exit node. 3 sessions keys. Client will establish and make a circuit to the destination, right? Make a circuit to the, okay. So that is the basic objective. And then after that, what the client will do? Client will encrypt the message by session key of exit and client node first, then middle node and client session key encrypt by the message by this, and then after that guard node session key, client and client node session key. That means like this. Let's see this one. So already I told you, they establishes a path between Bob and Alice, that means the client and the destination, right? And what particular client will do? Encrypt the message by exit node session key first, then middle node session key, then guard node session key. Then it will send the message to the destination. Then what will happen? The entry node will first decrypt by own session key, then node to the middle node will decrypt by own session key, and the the exit node will by own session key. Then the message is available publicly, and then it will send it to the destination. So now our request, send it to the sender, because in this case, if you want to browse the google.com, the message is the request for google.com, and then the node will connect to the google.com by using HTTP or HTTPS, right? So now the question is how it will provide the anonymity. I will tell you, because if when the message in is transmitting from entry node, that is guard node to middle node, the middle node doesn't know about the client, Middle node only knows that it came from node 1, that is the entry node. Okay, and middle node knows where to forward, that is exit node. When exit node receive the message from the node 2, that is middle node, the exit node doesn't know where from it is coming, where from the message is originating, right? So exit node only knows that you have to connect the google.com, that is the message. So, but after that, when you connecting the google.com, that is destination knows only that someone is connecting from the Tor network, doesn't know who is client. That means you are anonymous. Your identity is anonymous, right? That is the objective of the Tor network. No one knows this thing, and it is entirely secured because it is 3-layer encryption is available in this particular Tor network. So how anonymous? Already I told you, because this is Alice is using the Tor network that is encrypted by 3 session key, then forwarding. But after that, this is not secure because anyone can hack it. But what do you mean by anonymity? Someone is connecting to Bob from the Tor network, but Bob doesn't know about the Alice. That is the anonymity we are achieving. Right? So we can also use the VPN service, the virtual private network service. This is more secure, right? You can connect through, the Alice is connect to VPN service, and then a particular exit node is using HTTPS, that is encrypted request to the Bob, that is also secure. So very secure. So this is also provide you one kind of anonymity. So now I'll tell you the most interesting. I'll show you the live demonstration of that how we can access it. How we can access it using Tor browser. Just a minute. Before that, do you have any question? If you have any question, you can ask me.
Sir, we will take the question and answer session in the last.
Okay. So if you have any doubt, yes. Okay. So I think you can see my desktop. I think you can see my desktop.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the Tor browser. Yes. You can also download from the Google, right? Immediately, right? Whatever you want. If you want, you can download it. Doesn't matter. It's a 5 or 10 minutes matter, and just install it. Okay. So, but I'm showing the screen first, then you install. So first, I'm not using the hidden service. I'll be using only the normal services, right? The surface web. I'm accessing surface web using Tor browser. Wait. It's installing. It's very simple to install, but before configuration you have to select that whether in your country the Tor is censored or not. If Tor is censored, you have to select the bridge. Okay, just a minute.
So one request, can you share the screen again? I think this PPT is visible right now.
Okay, just a minute.
Right.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Now it is okay? Hello?
Yes, sir. Perfect. Go on.
So I think Tor has changed the, the look and feel, right? Previously it is with this color, but now it is black. Okay. So now the one thing is that, so I think you can see the size of this particular browser is not maximum. Please do not maximize the Tor browser. Then what will happen? That someone will capture your screen size and try to monitor your activity. Okay, so I'll tell you later that what you can how we can prevent from all these things. But before that, I want to say this is the Tor browser, right? Here you can access any website what you want. Let's say This is a Facebook. Very commonly used website.com, right? But Tor is bit slow. This is the drawback of Tor. Please remember why it is slow, because there are multiple hopping and encryption, all these things. That is why Tor is slow as compared to other browser. As compared to other browser, Tor is bit slow. Why? Because there are a lot of hopping, client to guard node to this and that and like this, middle node to exit node, then the destinations, and that is why Tor is bit slow. So I'll discuss all the drawback after that. Okay, so this is all about this is the Tor browser, and we are opening a one legitimate site. That means it's not illegal, a facebook.com. So now I need to say that how the routing is going on. Just see this one. Already I told you in the presentation that there are 3 nodes. If you use Tor browser, when the particular message travel through the Tor network, then there are 3 nodes. One is called the guard node. The first node called guard, very important node, right? Then the middle relay, the middle node. Then third is the your exit node, and then you have a destination. Just see this one. Just open up the particular one. Here the entire the route, the circuit, they are actually using the virtual circuit concept like this. So that is why I have shown you the circuit established by this particular Tor, right? Just see this one. What are the things are available? This is your browser. First your browser, this is your Tor browser, right? This is the Tor circuit established. As soon as we connect to our Facebook, this circuit is as established. Okay, this browser, then the next, the guard node is in Switzerland. Guard node is, where is the guard node? It is Switzerland. I think you can see from the particular my window. Yeah, I mean you can see the particular one, right? The guard node is in Switzerland. The middle relay is the Germany, and the third one, the exit node, also in the Germany, right? And the fourth one, your destination, is basically what? The facebook.com. I'll repeat once more. So I've explained the Tor routing, for surface web. The first, the client will give a request to the directory server or authority to get the information about the all public nodes, the public Tor nodes or Tor relays, right? Then after that, the client will pick up 3 nodes randomly, right? One is called guard nodes, next is the middle node, third is the exit node, right? Where from the particular client will get the information? The information is available in the directory authority, directory server, where there is a file. It's called consensus. It's called consensus, where all this public node, the Tor public node relay IP address are available, as well as the public key of each of the nodes, right? So where from the particular client got the information and accordingly set up the circuit. In this case, the circuit Tor circuit established from browser to Switzerland, which is a guard node, then Germany, then exit node is Germany, the middle node also Germany, and the last one, the destination, is Facebook. Now if you want to change the circuit immediately, you can also do from here. Change the circuit, click on that, you can observe circuit has changed. This browser, then Switzerland, then France, then Germany, the middle node has changed. Okay, so that is the main understanding of the Tor routing for normal service, or let's say clear net, or you can say for service web, right? Okay, so now this is the more or less okay, about the what is the how we can access the, if you want to access Google also, I'll just show you the Google. You can also access this google.com. Similar thing will happen. Oh my god, this is a HTTPS, but it is not using HTTPS. That is why there is a problem. Just a minute. right? So this is the kind of things. So this is not a secure one, so that's why it is a big problem. I'll show you that this is not the case. Just a minute, I did the mistake in the spelling, I guess. Yes, and that is why problem. You got the website. Wait. Just a minute, I do not know why it is coming. Okay, so but already Google website is dangerous thing. Okay, so I think Google website is already open. Okay, if we have another browse tab, so it is better to do like this. Just a minute, because it is very difficult to click on this unknown things which is coming. So what use this? Oh my god, so I think that maybe some of the alarms are coming. Okay, so so this is the, if I do another websites, let's say I do not know, this is my website. I'm doing using Tor, right? See this one, this is my website. I'm opening it. This is my website. Okay. Okay. So this is all about, and you can also see the path, Switzerland, Canada, and the France. You can also change it if you want. It's up to you. Okay, so this is more or less about how you can browse the network, Tor network, by using Tor browser, and how to access the surface web from this particular one. And anonymity means that no one can identify the client, right? But there is a there are a lot of vulnerabilities also. I'll discuss after that. I'll show you the consensus and the bridge and all these things. So now I'll change the mode little bit. Come back to presentation once more. My God. Okay, So who owns the Tor nodes, right? Generally volunteers. Already I told you. The most important thing is that you may be a one volunteer, right? But the authority will select you. They are doing a lot of voting for selecting the nodes, right? So and but the if you are will be a guard node and exit node is most important, right? So guard node should have some bandwidth and all, otherwise, or stable node, right? Otherwise they will not select you as a guard node. Okay. Where are the relays? Where are the relays? So Netherlands, USA, UK, France, Germany, right? So how many countries are participating in the Tor network? 84 countries, and you have 5900 relays, and currently active 3479 are visible. Okay, 3479. 84 countries are participating, and total number of relays are available 5900, and 3479 are currently available. So now come to the Tor hidden services. Hidden service means whenever we have an extension like .onion, that means they are hidden. Hidden means the client and the server identity are never be disclosed, right? Okay. Uh, so hidden service provides anonymity for the server. Obviously, server and client both. Servers are identified by onion address. So this address number of characters available in this particular one, you just count, is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 16 characters. Means these 16 characters are deriving from the public key of the particular service, or let's say if your destination is having this public key, this particular characters, these particular characters are deriving from the public key of the service owner or the destination, right? And that is why it's not like a normal website like google.com, yahoo.com, like this. Okay, there are not resolved by DNS. Already I told you that they are not resolved by the DNS, rather by the Tor network itself. Already I told you they are not using DNS. The Tor never uses DNS, because DNS means you can track the client and the server, and you can monitor the activities and all. Okay. Most importantly, there is no link between server name and the server address, obviously. So that is why they are hidden service. That means whenever you have an onion service, means this is hidden. No one can identify you. So now I will tell you the basic mechanism of doing hidden service operations, more or less similar, but it's having a little bit different than the normal service operation. So over here you can see there are these are the Tor cloud or Tor network, whatever you can say. There are IP1, IP2, IP3. They are called the introduction points, right? They are called the introduction. What is introduction point? Introduction means, suppose like a common friend. So you have a friend, you have a common friend. Let's say you have a common friend, right? So your common you have a friend. He has another friend, right? So but you doesn't know about him or her, but then one day you meet all in a particular place, and someone is introducing you that he is Mr. X and Mr. Y, like this, like a common friend. That means in this case, if Bob is basically the destination, right, Bob will select randomly 3 nodes as the introduction points. Means what? Means that when somebody asks about the Bob, that I want to connect to the Bob, right, these 3 router, one of the 3 router will send the request to the Bob. By Bob will get to know that someone is requesting me for transactions or data communication. That is the introduction point. That means some person are available in the Tor network, some router available in the Tor network, right? Those are responsible for communication of Bob, right? They are called the introduction point. And the first step is what? If the Bob want to do a onion service, or you want to provide onion service to others, what Bob will do? Bob will select randomly 3 introduction point. Those are responsible for any communication with the other client, or Alice, for example, over here Alice, to a Bob. Okay. I'll tell you how introduction point helps to connect Alice and Bob after that. So now after selecting 3 node, right? So why it may be more than that, doesn't matter, but Bob, normal the thumb rule is that 3. Okay. So now after selecting 3 introduction point, what Bob will do, Bob will publish or advertise the Bob website, that is the onion service. It may be xyz.onion, xyz.onion to the directory server or database, right? So what Bob will do, Bob will make a distributed hash table, which contains all the IP address of introduction point and the public key of Bob. I'll repeat once more. After getting 3 introduction point, Bob will make a one distributed hash table, right? Okay, that means is a hashing. As you know, hashing is a mechanism for making a digest, whatever, right? So distributed hash table where there are 3 things are available. The first thing is that the IP address of all these 3 IP address of all 3 introduction points and the public key of Bob, and this thing is signed by the Bob keys, private key. That is the main thing. And then this distributed hash table will upload it into this database, or it may be distributed in a different database or node, whatever you can think. This is the step 2. Bob advertise his service, that is x.onion, at the database. So what Bob is doing? Bob is giving 3 IP address of 3 introduction point, right? And the public key of Bob, and it is signed by the Bob, and it will upload it in where? It is in database, but it is a distributed hash table. That means it may be that it may happen that the some of the part is available over here, some part from other, and whatever be the cases, right? So then it will upload the service by uploading the introduction point IP address and the public key of the Bob, and is signed by the Bob. In the third step, what will happen? Then Alice will, because Alice will first find the service that I want this service. Let's say I want to open xyz.onion, right? Then Alice will give a request to the database that please give the information about the xyz.onion. If it is available in the database, that is the distributed hash table is available, then the particular database will give the details about the Bob introduction points, all IP address of Bob introduction points, and the public key of the Bob to Alice. And apart from that, Bob will select a one randomized point, that is who is the intermediator, right? Who is the intermediator, right? So Alice will select the intermediate by sharing his own one-time secret. One-time secret may be a session key. One-time secret means the session key to the randomized point, right? I repeat, randomized point is basically intermediate node, because I told you this is entirely anonymous. Alice and Bob will not directly communicate. It will communicate through a point. It's called the randomized point. Like as because it may happen, you know, because I know English, you doesn't know English, you know only Chinese. What will happen? So some intermediate will come, will convert Chinese to English, English to Chinese, right? So that is the main thing to understand. That is a randomized point. So because in this case is hidden service is entirely anonymous, because Bob and Alice will communicate through randomized point. So the third step means what? Alice will give a request to the database that just please give a information about on xyz.onion. Then database will give all the details about that, that is IP addresses and the public key of Bob, and then also Alice connect to the randomized point or select randomized point for communication by sharing one-time secret or session key. Then what will happen after that? Alice will send a message to one of the introduction point. Here it is IP1 and the one-time secret of Alice, right? And it is that means and all the IP address of randomized point. That means what Alice will share the one-time secret, the session key of Alice and the randomized point IP address, and it is encrypted by the public key of Bob, right? Then send it to the IP1, because that is the responsibility of the introduction point. That means then introduction point will send this information to a Bob, because already circuit has established, right? Because someone is requesting to communicate, that is Alice. Then what Bob will do? Bob will decrypt the Alice message, right? And then by one private key, and then share the cookies, the one-time secret of Alice to NDVS point. That means circuit has established. Then circuit has established, and then Alice and Bob will start communicating. Alice and Bob will start communicating. That is the main understanding about the particular hidden service communication. So now, for hidden service communications, already I told you, when Alex will connect to a NDVS point, right? They will select a one guard node, one middle relay. Then you take this NDVS point, and when Bob will communicate to the NDVS point, Bob will select a one guard node, and then middle relay, and then exit relay, and then connect to the NDVS point. That is the actual communication. But I have not shown you the intermediate nodes over here. But ultimately, when you establish with the NDVS point connection, so it will have at least having one intermediate point, right? And Bob having two intermediate points. That is the thumb rule. That is the thumb rule. Guard node, because once again is the no direct communications. If you have more number of in between, the attacker will confuse. Okay, attacker will confuse. So that is standard rule is the minimum at least 6 nodes should be there within the path. That is why it is Alice guard node, then middle node, then NDVS point, then Bob guard node, then middle node relay, then NDVS point. So that is the actual path for the hidden service. So now I'll tell you, when you just open a Facebook, that is a dark web Facebook, right? That means the anonymous one, right? Purely anonymous. You can see there are 3 nodes for the Germany is the NDVS point and the 3 relays, but this is unknown. So that this is the selected. This will be selected by the destination. So let's check once again the demonstrations. Let's check with some demonstration. Just a minute. So now I'll show you. Now I'll show you the hidden service using Tor network. Now I'll give you the demonstration of hidden service. Be careful about that. Okay, so already I told you. Hello, you can see my window. Hello.
It's visible, sir.
Yeah,
sir, it's visible.
Okay, so now I'll show you that's most important thing and most interesting thing, that how you can browse the Onion website, right? And also show you the consensus and all these things now. So let's say for Facebook, okay. So what is the Onion site for Facebook? Facebook core www.onion. I guess this is the correct website. This is the Onion website. Please wait, it is slow. Tor is very slow. So this is the Facebook, but this is the, because this is legal. This is legal because, as you know, the already this is a news in BBC, right? So I guess it's 2000, from 2019 it is legal. Okay, you can do a communication. Why it is legal? Why the Mark Zuckerberg is doing it legal? Because most of the country, like not most of the country, many countries, let us say, like China, Cuba, Iran, they are not allowing Facebook. Then what to do? So that is why people can use Tor and Tor hidden service to access Facebook. That's it. That is why it is legal. Okay. So now I'll see the communication path. Just see this one. I told you there are 6 nodes in between. First is the browser, and the last is the your Facebook www code www.i.onion. So we have a Germany as guard for browser, and then United States is middle, then Germany is rendezvous point, and then there are 3 relays. It is not known to you because it has been selected by your Facebook, that is your destination. So that is not known, and this is totally anonymous. No one can track you. No one can track you, because so we are doing a communication with a rendezvous point that is in Germany, but we are not directly communicating with that. No one can track you. But previously what happened in the normal Tor network, the exit point, after exit point the message is open, then the destination can track the exit node, then by backtracking can also reach to the client node, or someone can monitor it. Okay, so but over here it is very difficult to track the any traffic and all these things. That is why hidden services is very useful to our for smuggler, gambler, and all these things. So now I'll tell you, this is not legal, but still I am showing to you is some of the websites are the dream marketplace in the dark web. Just a minute. I'll be showing you dream marketplace. So I know some of the websites. First of all, how can I know these things? That what are the websites address and all on your website's address? Before that, I want to say one thing. There are many links I'll show you are available nowadays where you can find the dark web websites or deep web websites, right? So before that, I just want to show you that that how you can search the deep web website by some link. Just I copy from here. Okay, here all the deep web links are available. Now, let's say I want to search. One thing is that you can also buy mobile phones if you are willing, because they are giving iPhone in very cheap rate, right? So now, if I let's say mobile. Okay, this is the link. Just a minute, but I do not know the site is open or not, or site is up is not. That is another thing. Unreliable, very very unreliable service. Sorry. Okay, this is open. Just see this one, iPhone. The price. I think you can see my window. Hello, you can see my window. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's visible, sir. It's visible.
It's visible, right? So
Right,
this is
right.
the iPhone you can purchase from here, right? But do not do these things because they're actually using Bitcoin to do the transactions, not in dollar or rupee. But the thing is that if you paid the money, but there is no guarantee they will give your product. So that is the some mobile store I will tell you. Just a minute. Sorry. Oh my God. Just a minute. Okay, now I'll tell you this one website. So now I'll show you another one, another website. Achha, before that, I want to say one thing. In normal surface web, we are using Google as search engine. Here, there is a DuckDuckGo. Just you can see. I think I do not know the search with DuckDuckGo. The search engine name is DuckDuckGo, right? Like as Google. Now, I just tell you some. Let's say passport. So if you want to visit UK and you have a hurry to doing passport, right? What you can do? Wait, but I do not know whether it will open or not because they are very unreliable. But the thing is, this particular website address is not like a surface web asset. This address, the 16 character address, is coming from the public key of the service provider, and that helps to decrypt it. So this is the US passport, sorry, UK passport. Okay. So like this, there are many websites are available. I'm not showing all these things. But what I want to show you that whatever onion websites we have like this, if you want to browse in Google or Chrome, is it possible? You may ask the question. A normal web browser. You may ask the question. That
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Sir, one of the student named Saurav is asking, is it safe to use Tor for browsing websites?
Yes, absolutely safe. For not for dark web. If you want to do the anonymous communication for normal Facebook, Google, and all these things, you can access it. It is permitted, right? It is permitted. But just see this one. If I want to browse through Google, the Onion website, this is not allowed in Google. But that is why the site cannot be reached. Okay.
And there is one more question from a student called Rohit. What is the difference when we are using VPN and versus Tor?
Yes. So there are a lot because VPN also the private network basically owned by the company or institute or university for their own communications, right? And also it is accessible through internet also, the VPN. But the VPN is the main drawback is that VPN, because you have to take the VPN service, right? Okay. So someone and the service provider can monitor you.
Okay.
That is the drawback. So service provider can monitor your activity, but Tor hidden service is not possible. VPN also having encrypted and all these things, the private link, and you can also having an internet access. Doesn't matter. But if you are using Tor hidden service, right, so no one can monitor you. It's very everything is possible. Everything is monitored is possible. I'll tell you what is the problem of Tor. But the VPN means the VPN service provider is the drawback. Service provider can, if cybercrime branch asks the service provider to give all the information, a VPN service provider bound to give all information. Okay. But in case of Tor hidden service, no one can track, but then you have to have a lot of intelligence, and then you have to break and hack and all these things, then you get some informations. So that is the research, that is the mainly future research direction. Okay. Is there any other question?
Yes, sir. There is one more question. Like, what are the research opportunities? Faculty Sachin Garg is asking, what are the research opportunities using Tor or maybe dark web?
There are a lot of research opportunities. Just 1 minute, I have the slide, just a minute. But mainly the problem is that the breaking all these vulnerabilities.
Right.
So there's one attack called the timing analysis attack. So to just break the vulnerabilities, the main thing is that if you are using I2P or is the Tor, doesn't matter. So basically, the break the network, that is the research vulnerabilities. Or there is another research is going on, that is the, like we have a onion routing or like garlic routing like this. So whether you have any lightweight routing, lightweight and secure and anonymous routing have, so there is another research is going on, because there are, one is garlic routing, another is the onion routing. Is there any variant routing are available, which is a very lightweight, okay, still secure and anonymous? There is another research here. The first research area is the Tor vulnerability. The CMU students, CMU research group, CMU is Cunningham Milan, already in 2019 broken the Tor, the part of the Tor network, and they are trying to hack the entire Tor hidden service, but still now it is not possible. And another group is also working in some MIT. They are also working on that, how to break the I2P network. And people are also doing in some of the research in the US, that is the different way of routing in the Tor, or I mean in the onion routing, or let's say routing. This is a three research area people work on. So that is the main thing. Can I continue, right?
Yes, sir. You can continue. There is one more question if you would like to take up.
Yes.
One student is asking, can we use Tor browser for doing net banking transactions?
Yes, why not?
Okay.
But not, I'm just filling Tor you can use, but not, I mean, any hidden service. Please do not use any hidden service.
Okay,
Then
right.
be safe. Otherwise, what will happen, that if you have a hidden service, somehow your monitor is tracked, your monitor size is tracked, or some other applications you are opening, you are not stopping plugins and all these things, then your IP address will be exposed to the public. Then this is a problem. But if you use a normal browsing, I think it is safe. I think it is safe. I think
Okay,
it is.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Continue.
Thank you. Okay, already I have shown you, but I'll show you now very interesting thing, that is called one consensus. This is the DuckDuckGo, and already I told you the legal Facebook in dark web. Already I have shown you some of the marketplace, the dim marketplace, right? So now I'll tell you that how you can browse this one, right? Just a minute. Suppose if you want to see the consensus, told you the consensus, right? So where all the public node information are available. And another thing is that, let's say you have 6,000 public nodes, they are willing to participate. But what happens in a particular time instant, so they can select few. Okay, so depending on the voting, or let's say depending on bandwidth and all. Okay, so now I'll show you the one consensus where all the public node address and the public keys are available. Okay, so I'll show you, just a minute. Okay, so just a minute, I'll show you someone public consensus. I do not know whether I can access it, but still I'll show you the one consensus where the directory where all these public nodes, the relay node address is available. Just see the consensus. Just see vote consensus. So here is the some of the addresses are available and the keys, the public. Just see this IP address. All the IP address. Yes. Any
Sir,
question?
can you share the screen, sir? I think it's not visible.
Oh my God! Every time screen is not. You can see now. This is visible now.
Visible,
Hello.
sir. Visible,
Yes,
visible, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir.
The consensus, right? So you can see the consensus, right? Over here, you can also see the valid, rejected message, the bandwidth and all. So I'll show you. Just a minute. This is the bandwidth. This is the rejected message. That means it's rejected. The node is rejected. This is valid, stable. Just see this one, stable, valid. So in this way, actually the node are selected for Tor router or router. This is the consensus. This link will give you the address, give you the detail of the consensus. Now I'll tell you there is another problem with the Tor, that is some of the countries are not permitting to use Tor. Okay, in Iran, in Cuba, right, China, right. So in that case, anyone, if you want to do a secure routing, more secure routing using Tor or Tor hidden service, whatever you can think, so they can use the Tor bridges. So the main drawback is that, just a minute, I'll just go back to once more the presentation. Yes, once more the presentation. Okay, so just before coming to this one, just telling one thing, that is perfect anonymity is really difficult. It's not possible everywhere, but still it's almost anonymous, the Tor hidden service. Okay, so now what is the Tor bridge and when it is used? So before that, I want to tell you that some of the vulnerabilities of Tor network. Just a minute. See this one. In Tor network, depends normal Tor network. I'm not talking about the whatever, you know, in hidden service also, right? They depend on centralized database, that is called the directory service. This is called directory service. This is called directory service. So where all the public node address are available, right? Where all the public node address are available, right? So if a cybercrime branch wants to track your activity, what the cybercrime branch will do? Cybercrime branch will attack the directory server or hack the directory server, right? To get all the public node IP address. And then after that, what will happen? They will monitor your activity through all this node, and ISP will monitor. Cybercrime branch will instruct to this ISP, this internet service provider, please monitor the activity using all these public IP addresses. So then what will happen? After some time, we can tracked by the ISP, and it will report it to cybercrime branch. So but the thing is that if you use the Tor bridge, right, in what happened to Tor bridge? So when you the client asking the public node address, Tor bridge will if you are using Tor bridge, the directory server will not give the all the public node IP address. Directory server will only give the 3 node IP address, right? They are the bridge. bridge, a special node, right? So that is basically the idea about the Tor bridge. That means then what will happen if the cybercrime branch hack the directory server, and then what will happen? The directory server will give or request directory server to give the all public node address. If you use Tor bridge, then directory server will give only 3 per request, 3 node address, per request 3 node address, 3 bridge address. Then what will happen if you have a 50,000 nodes? Then how many requests you want? Many requests. Okay. So that is the main thing, and that is why people are using the Tor bridges. One is the using Tor is blocked by censorship in a country like China, Iran, like Cuba. Tor is dangerous or suspicious, right? So in some countries it's like this. Then what we can do? We can use the bridge. Okay. So when you install the Tor browser, you have to select that it is censored for your country or not. If it is censored for the country, they'll give the default bridge addresses, and if it is if you want to select bridge address, you can also select from the one website. I will tell you the website where from you select the your bridge address. Okay. So just a minute, I'll show you the where from you select the your bridge address by which no one can monitor you. That means you are using the still secure communication. Just a minute. I'll select the. I'll show you the bridge address link. Here from we can select the bridge addresses, right? I think you can see my window. Hello.
Yes, sir.
This is the bridge address window. There's a one captcha, BFVF. Is it? You can see my window, the bridge address window. Hello.
Yes, sir.
It is
Yes.
the same window,
Okay.
sir. It is the
So,
same window.
Same means this one, the
It's the last
presentation
slide,
window.
sir.
Tor using bridge. Tor using bridge.
Okay.
PPT
Okay.
slide.
Okay. Oh, okay. No. I'll just change once more.
To add to your information, there are
Okay. Yes.
5 questions
Now you can
posted
see
by.
now you can see the another window, bridge DB.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
can
sir.
see. Okay. So now if you want to know the your bridge address, you have to customize the bridges. What happen if your Tor is sensor in your country, you select it, then what Tor will do? They will select their own bridges. If you don't allow their bridges, then what to do? You will select your own bridge. So from this you can select the bridge address, but before that you have to give the captcha. Very secure. I think it is PJ. Just see this. Here is the bridge addresses. They're providing the bridge addresses, right? There are 3 bridges they're giving. You can select one, and then you can set up when you configure the window. And if you want more bridge addresses, just see the email address, bridges@torproject.org. Just email them. Just I want 2 new bridges. Then they will give you the bridge addresses. That is the way you can set up your Tor. Okay, so once more I'll go back to the presentation. I think I do not. Yes. Oh no.
So there are many questions from the audience side. So please update me when you are ready for the questions.
But what happened? So I think I am a bit late. So what to do?
So I think we can. I can. I think we can take 2-3 questions and then you can wind up.
Wind up. So okay.
Sir, can I speak? KC Tripathi.
Yes.
Sir, I think that you just I can take permission.
Hello.
HOD sir, before we can. Yes, I think we can take permission and we can take opinion of HOD sir. What we can do, sir? Can we extend the session for 5 more minutes, or should we take questions and answers?
We can extend 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes. So Himadri sir, I think we can extend for 5 to 10 minutes if you like.
Okay, actually, okay. So I'm a little bit slow. Just I'm just showing and all this thing. Okay, so then I'll take questions. Just I'll just go fast little bit. Then I'll take the questions. Right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
This
yes,
is
yes.
the most important thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Professor Sa, you do take 5 to 10 minutes to complete your presentation. Then you
Okay.
take the questions.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Thanks.
Okay. 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 So you can see my presentation. Just a minute. Hello.
Sir, it's visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's
So
visible.
I'll not. Okay. 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 So you can also visit these websites for detecting the relay addresses, that exit node addresses and all. You can check. I'll give the presentation to Tripathi sir or HOD sir, whatever, right? So you can get all those addresses if you want to hack the exit node, right? So these are the flaws already I told you, timing analysis attack and all. Timing analysis attack means what? That we can observe the packets, right? And try to guess the who is the entry node and who is the exit node, or what exactly path is, right? So that you can do, you can have a man in middle attack in these cases, right? That is the basic research area. And just I'm talking about a little bit about the one story of the one hardware student, right? So what happened that he actually used Tor network, the Tor hidden service, and then after that he is arrested, and then after that he left for community service, and he used to I mean with the another thing that is called I2P, and that is the invisible internet project. So you can, apart from Tor, you can also use the I2P, a similar thing, but the difference is that the Tor is basically depend on the centralized authority, that is directory service, but in I2P, the invisible internet project is a distributed system where there are no centralized authority, or they have a different link for inbound packet and outbound packet. So originated from 2003 as invisible net, decentralized network layer, end-to-end encryptions, and no out proxy to clear net. So already this is also anonymous, but but this uses a garlic routing. Garlic routing means what happened in Tor, individual message is encrypted by 3 keys, but in garlic routing what happened, that all the message like as a garlic combined then encrypted. But what happened in the Tor, the different messages encrypted by their own 3 keys, right? The guard and exit and middle node keys, and but over here is different because the message is clapped together and then encrypted by a key. Okay. The inbound and outbound communications for different one. And this is the I already told you the difference between this. Some of the cyber crimes using Tor and I2P already I told you. Data stolen, financial data stolen, right? And many other things you can see, gambling, drug trafficking, and all these things. Okay. So prefer to prevent illegal activities in the dark web. Prefer to use SHTTP rather than HTTPS rather than the HTTP. Do not use the all plugin like Flash, Real Player, because Tor has stopped these things because they can expose your IP address. And then you have a when you are using the Tor browser, please do not open other application or app by which your IP may be publicly exposed. Then you, if you use a Tor browser, do not maximize the screen, then your screen size will be monitored, then your machine can also be monitored. Then another thing is that if you are downloading any document using Tor, please do not open it while it's downloading. Then it may be that your IP address may be exposed, right? And another thing is that if you use any BitTorrent, do not use the BitTorrent. That then if you have a GET request, then your IP address may be exposed. It's also important that to note that Tor will not protect your privacy from website. You just main thing is that where you log in, that is also important. That if you are giving password or username to this particular website, that anytime anything may happen. And please careful about the onion websites. Already I told about the cyber crimes and cyber terrorism, all these things. And already the future research, Tor vulnerabilities, IP, I2P vulnerabilities, and more secure and low. Already I told you the some research area where faculty can work. Some of the takeaways, and then thank you. Hello.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Now you tell me.
Yeah, sir. Let me take quick questions. One question is from faculty member Vivek Kuchhal sir from MBA department, associate professor. He's asking, can we customize the circuit by minimizing the number of middle nodes to make the session faster?
Okay, but in a hidden service you're talking about, or let's say in the Tor.
To make normal browsing on Tor faster, can we customize or can we?
Yes, that can be customized, but what is the objective of the Tor? Tor objective is anonymity and the security and the confusions, right? So if you have a direct connection, what will happen? Your client and server will be exposed, right? And if you have less number of node, then it is easy to hack rather than you have a multiple nodes in the path. So that is the drawback of the Tor, that's delay reducing. Okay, so that you can do, you can customize little bit, but then you have to customize the routing algorithm also.
Okay.
Understand? So otherwise what will happen if you reduce number of the hops, let's 6 to 4 to 3 to like this, if number of hop reduces, what will happen? Then there is a chance of tracking the timing analysis attack is easier. Okay, so then you have to customize the algorithm. If you improve the encryptions, then many other things you have to do. Yes, possible, you can do a research on that. Okay. But motivation is different. Motivation is to secure anonymity, no one can understand. That is why they're having at least 6 nodes in intermediate, and there is a rendezvous point by which no one can understand who is communicating with others. Right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I am able to answer the question?
Yes, sir. Yeah, perfect, sir. Thank you.
Any other question?
Yeah, sir, there is one more question. There are recent news that some of the Onion websites have been seized. So, like by FBI.
So there are many. Already, I actually I used to tell these things in every presentation, but due to time I could not show these things. So there are many websites and the marketplace and the dark webs are seized by the FBI and Europol, right? So that is the thing, because that is why I'm telling the Onion website will be browse never, but we can use simple Tor for your anonymity or encryptions level security. That's it. Please do not use any kind of Onion websites. That is very risky.
And
but the thing is that people will be doing as cybercrime branch also bother about that, but thing is going on. Nothing will happen.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one last question. Do the directory server knows that we are asking them for consensus relays? There is a question from student.
Directory server
knows that we are asking them for consensus relays.
Yes, because client should ask. Yes, otherwise how client will get the information of the public Tor nodes? Yes, of course. Yes,
right.
Yes, that is the thing, because Obviously there may be some authenticity or all these things, but the directory server or directory authority bound to give the information to the client by which client can select 3 nodes, and if it is breach, then only 3 nodes, and if it is a normal one, they'll give all the public Tor nodes information.
Thank you so much, sir, for this highly informative session. We've received some very amazing feedback, and the session was such an eye opener into the world of dark web and cybersecurity. Most of us, all of us out over here have benefited immensely with your session, sir, today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I would now like to invite our HOD, sir, Professor Dr. M.L. Sharma, to present his vote of thanks.
जिंदगी की उड़ान अभी बाकी है, जिंदगी की उड़ान अभी बाकी है, जिंदगी के इम्तिहान अभी बाकी हैं, जिंदगी के इम्तिहान अभी बाकी हैं। अभी तो नापी है मुट्ठी भर जमी आपने, अभी तो नापी है मुट्ठी भर जमी आपने, अभी तो सारा आसमां बाकी है, अभी तो सारा आसमां बाकी है। MAIT has always aspired to conduct technical events on topics which directly relate to society. IT department has worked in line with this principle. 100 participants attended today's event. On behalf of organizing committee, I would like to express our gratitude to Dr. Nand Kishore Garg, founder and chief advisor, MAITs, and Chancellor, Maharaja Agrasen University, Himachal Pradesh, who as head of our family has constantly motivated us for all social and technical activities. Also, we have constant patronage of Sri Vinit Kumar Gupta, Chairman MAITs, and Sri S.P. Agarwal, retired IAS, Executive Chairman MAITs. Today's event was organized with a view to create awareness among students and the teachers of various disciplines about the concepts of dark web, its implications on cybersecurity. This would never have been possible without the time and efforts of our guest speaker, Professor Dr. Himadri Nath Shah of SNEC, Calcutta University. Sir, we are grateful to you for this very, very informative session. This event was conceived and executed in a short span of preparation. I thank Professor Dr. M.L. Goyal, Vice Chairman Academics, MAITs, Professor Dr. Neelam Sharma, Director MAITs, and Professor Dr. S.S. Deswal, Dean MAIT, for their support and cooperation to carry out this activity. I thank Professor Dr. Namita Gupta, HOD CSC, Professor Dr. Razbir Mittal, HOD EEE, Professor Dr. S.K. Mathur, HOD ECE, Professor Dr. V.N. Mathur, HOD MAE, Professor Dr. Chandra Prakash, HOD Applied Sciences, Dr. Amit Gupta, HOD MBA, and Dr. Vaibhav Jain, HOD ME, for their constant support and critical suggestions for this activity. I appreciate the efforts of our conveners, Professor Dr. Amita Goyal and Dr. K.C. Tripathi, for taking the initiative to carry out this event and for successful coordination among team members. I appreciate the efforts of our organizing team members, Dr. Bhumi Gupta, Mr. Vinay Kumar Saini, Dr. Neha Agarwal, Ms. Shreya Kapoor, Mr. Ajay Kumar Kaushik, Ms. Nidhi Singer, Ms. Narendra Kaur, Ms. Vasudha Bahel, Mr. Bhaskar Kapoor, Ms. Meenu Garg, Ms. Vandana Chaudhary, Ms. Namita Goyal, Mr. Saurabh Gautam, Dr. Sunil Maggu, Dr. Anu Rathi, Ms. Shalu Basambu, Mr. Vibhor Sharma, Ms. Seema Kalonia, Mr. Nitesh Kumar, Mr. Varun Goyal, Ms. Neha Singh, Ms. Arushi Jain, Mr. Sachin Garg, Ms. Shikha Gupta. I extend my thanks to all technical and non-technical staff members of IT department for their support. No event can be successful without the audience for whom the event is intended. I thank all the participants for various academic institutions who took part in this event. Thank you all for encouraging us. This huge support is overwhelming. If there is any technical glitch, it has been regretted. And in last, हौसले के तरकस में, हौसलों के तरकस में कोशिश का वो तीर जिंदा रखो, कोशिश का वो तीर जिंदा रखो, हार जाओ चाहे जिंदगी में सब कुछ, हार जाओ चाहे जिंदगी में सब कुछ, मगर फिर से जीतने की उम्मीद जिंदा रखो, मगर फिर से जीतने की उम्मीद जिंदा रखो. Thank you all. With this, I hand over to Shreya ma'am.
Thank you. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our HOD sir for his valuable thoughts and for always encouraging each and every member of the IT department for striving to do our best. Sir, without your valuable guidance, this event would not have been possible. I thank you to each and every one of the participants for sparing your valuable time and making this event a grand success. I would request you all to please fill the feedback form and help us improve in our future endeavors. Thank you. Have a good day. Stay safe. Thank you, everyone.